Let's keep it simple, friends. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy, the fourth commandment. Remember it because it was blessed at creation, Genesis 2, verse 3. It was blessed, and nowhere in the Bible was it ever unblessed. God never said, I'm taking my blessing off the day. He never said, humans don't need a day off anymore. You can't find it anywhere in the New Testament. Verses that people try to use to say it's done away, their arguments collapse under even a small amount of investigation. For example, Romans 14 is talking about fast days, people that chose certain days to fast. The word krino, Strong's 29:19, has nothing to do with keeping the Sabbath. In Galatians 4, if you read verse 8, it says, when ye knew not God, ye did service unto them which by nature are no gods. They were pagans. They weren't keeping God's law. So when it talks about them turning again to the weak and beggarly elements in verse 9, they weren't turning again to God's laws that they never kept. Indeed, verse 10, Paul says, ye observe days and months and times and years. Observing times. Are we supposed to believe that's keeping the Ten Commandments for the Sabbath? I doubt it, since Leviticus 19, verse 26, literally condemns observing times. Paul was condemning them for returning to their pagan superstitious ways. And Colossians 2, verse 14, that doesn't disprove the Sabbath. It says the debt record, chirographan, of our law-breaking was done away. Our adultery was done away, not the command against committing adultery. Little common sense. Paul seemed to know that people would pervert his teachings. That's why Romans 6, verse 1, what shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? God forbid. How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein? Sin is a transgression of the law, 1 John 3, verse 4. If you don't think that includes the Ten Commandments, read James 2, verses 8 through 12, and Matthew 5, verses 17 through 28. Again, verse 15 of Romans 6. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? God forbid. Paul knew that there would be some that would pervert his teachings, and he was trying to straighten them out. We don't save ourselves by keeping the Ten Commandments, but we shouldn't live in sin. And incidentally, who gave the Ten Commandments? Read John 8, verse 58, before Abraham was, I am, and think about that. For those of you remembering God's Sabbath, have a blessed, joyous Sabbath. Peace all, bye-bye.